the first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
And give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Rivers. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
15.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him, his ability to play the ball in the air and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead.
For the point after.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Rivers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack.
An 8-yard loss.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey, Delta!
So that'll back him up 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Right there, 54 miles. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Wait, 89.
3rd and long for Rivers. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Rodgers on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, Rocket. Watch the eye. Q.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. A gain of 3, second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Rivers. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Take over first and
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Vikings.
On first down, Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
4 yards on the pickup.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 2nd down, Cook. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
It's the score, Vikings 20. Colts, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down now, it's Mack. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On third down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain for second down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Rivers on first down. He completes this one to Mack. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he gets it down to the 32.
Number 25, Marlon.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton as the first half is winding down, and the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
Rodrigo.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
First down, here's Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Throwing is Cousins, and he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further.
7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Rivers hands this one to Matt. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Johnson on the return. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Check 43.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
The tackle made
back-to-back runs. I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Down at the 41. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game.